Welcome everyone, both here at the Javits Center and online. I am so glad to be in community with all of you, and thank you so much for choosing to be with us. Earlier this year, in a survey of the congregation, we asked our members why they choose to belong. Let me share just a few of their responses. I love this community and the way it's not afraid to explore challenges and contradictions in our tradition. CBST is my heart. It was the first place I felt I could be fully Jewish and fully gay, which I had feared would not be possible anywhere. CBST is a chosen family, a spiritual refuge, and a source of learning and soul nourishment. It has always been important for me as a lesbian to be part of a Jewish community that honors this identity as the norm rather than an accepted other. It's a wonderful community with kind people, amazing clergy, inspiring music. What's not to like? I belong because here I am not alone. We received over 300 answers to this question. A number of themes kept coming up. Our emphasis on social justice, the incredibly high quality of the services, the music, the centrality of community, and of course our open door, which is what brought so many people here in the first place. This year, I am more aware than ever of how our choices shape our lives, the choices we make and the choices we decide not to make. Choosing to acknowledge who we are, to do it openly, even when it is scary. As Rabbi Kleinbaum always taught us, the best answer to anti-Semitism is to be more Jewish. I guess this is something that Jews and LGBTQ people have in common. We all know about the risks of choosing to be honest and open about who we are. And we know that not being alone makes scarier choices easier. One person holds up a protest sign, everyone thinks they're a radical. 100 people do it, and it is a movement, a community. We need our community in this extraordinarily fraught time. CBST is a progressive religious voice centering the LGBTQ experience and social justice. We host an immigration clinic. It feels like we were made for this exact moment, and CBST has always been there for us. The AIDS crisis, 9/11, the fight for marriage equality, the first Trump administration. The generosity of many of you in this room has enabled CBST to keep showing up. And now, the past few months, we have witnessed repeated attempts to tear America apart, to pit us against each other, to normalize homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, xenophobia, and racism. Intentional cruelty from DC and from some state houses. Conflation of the Israeli government with all Jewish people, an all too familiar anti-Semitic trope. If they want to divide us, being in community is the antidote. It is the first step in our response. And respond we must. And that is why it is so good to see all of you here together in support of each other and of CBST. Coming to high holiday services is not an inherently political act. But in a world where others are trying to fracture us, standing together in prayer is also standing together against those who wish us ill. How can we be social justice warriors? How can we at least feel empowered enough not to cower? We need to nourish this community. We need a secure CBST to harness all our power for good. We need a strong home with an open door for those who need us. Your generosity has sustained us in the past. We are looking to you again tonight. I want to turn now for a moment to Open Door, our standard of radical welcoming, which has become a cornerstone of our high holiday services. It is the reason many of you first came to CBST. What is Open Door? Well, let me start by telling you what it is not. My family did not belong to a congregation when I was growing up, but we did buy tickets and go to high holiday services 3 times a year at the nearest synagogue. One time, my 8-year-old younger brother walked up to an elder of the shul after services, extended his hand, and gave his best "Good Yontif." The response, "You're not a member of this synagogue," is to this day part of our family lore. CBST is the exact opposite of that. Open Door refers in one sense to the fact that CBST welcomes everyone. We were founded as a place where Jews excluded for being gay could have a spiritual home. That is central to our existence. And one beautiful part of the story is that CBST has now become the community whose doors are open to everyone. Our congregation includes members of every denomination, people of every sexual orientation and gender identity, Jews and non-Jews, those comfortable saying, "I believe in God," and those who maybe not so much. We all walk through that open door. Of course, other doors are now open to us too, but many of them are not quite as wide or as welcoming. Open Door also means that we welcome all who come equally. You don't have to join to attend, but we hope you do. And Open Door means that you don't have to make a plan. There isn't any need to get a ticket in advance. You can just register and walk in. Now notice that I said get a ticket, not buy a ticket. And that is because another meaning of Open Door from the beginning has been that contributions to high holiday services are strictly voluntary. And that is still the case. And that is because we don't want anyone to be unable to attend these services because of financial constraints. It does cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, though, to keep these doors wide open just for the high holidays. That's roughly $360 per attendee. So we rely on those with the means to keep the door open to keep it open. We won't turn anyone away. We welcome all. We don't have a wait list, but we need everyone to do their part. For me, a strong CBST is an imperative of progressive Judaism. One member in our survey put it this way: it is important to have a gay institution in the Jewish world and a Jewish institution in the gay world. I would now like to invite you to open the envelope inside the booklet you received on entering the sanctuary this evening. You will find a note from me, a pledge card, another envelope, a pencil, and a sheet of stickers. If it is not your practice to write on the holiday, please take this packet home with you. Otherwise, please affix the sticker with the amount you want to pledge to the card. Write your name, email, and phone number on the card, then place the pledge card in that second envelope and pass it to either side of the aisle so our board members and ushers can collect it. If you prefer to donate online, you can use the QR code on the back of your booklet, or found around the room, or text to give by texting CBST to 44-321. If you have the capacity, please consider a gift of $1,000, $5,000, or more to the Michael E. Levine Open Door Fund, dedicated this year to our beloved founding member, Stonewall veteran and past president of blessed memory, one of the leaders who shaped CBST into the inclusive and welcoming community that it continues to be. You may also make a gift to our annual appeal, which helps us to keep our doors open year-round and helps support our mission of prayer, learning, community, and social justice, or our Yizkor appeal in honor of departed loved ones. Every gift is important, and no gift is too small or too large. While you are working on this, let me also take a moment to thank the extraordinary community that has made these services at 3 locations during the high holidays possible. Staff, volunteers, clergy, chorus, production teams, security, all too many to name, but everyone who has worked so hard. It truly takes a village. Thank you so much. Please make a gift tonight. Your generosity ensures that CBST's doors always remain open to all. And I would like to thank you all for choosing to be here and online as we reinforce our precious and vital progressive religious community.